What's up, anime friends? Welcome back to the Anime Tea. Welcome to my second live stream on this channel. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream, and I did not put a video out this week because I planned on doing this live stream, and it ended up coming out today. A little late, but that's all right. Today we're going to break down the best, well, not really the best, but what's up, anime friends? Oops, I'm repeating. Okay. Okay, give me a break, guys. This is my second live stream. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be talking about the most anticipated anime of the spring 2021 anime season. There are a ton of good ones. I'm a little bit late because some of them started like the beginning of the week, but that's okay. I watched a few of the episodes and I want to talk about them today. Anyway, so yeah, make sure you grab your cup. It's time to spill the anime tea. Okay, let me see if I can function this stream correctly. Let's start off with... Oh, no, I switched back. Okay, let's turn to this. Awesome, cool, I got that set up. Okay, we are going to start off with... Let me see if I can switch it off. Ah, okay. This is the first time I did it live, so it's pretty fun. Okay, we're starting off with My Hero Academia Season 5, which came out March 27th, so it's been a minute. There's 2 episodes out already. I've watched them both. They're both pretty good. They are, the first one's the typical, you're just watching the characters and seeing them and their powers again. They have that episode every single season, just remind us like of the characters' powers and who they are and all that fun stuff. But the second episode is when we get into some real stuff. We got to see the characters' we got to see what happened after Endeavor's fight, which was juicy. There's something coming up that I thought they would hint to at the end of season 2, but at the end of episode 2, but they didn't really. So I'm excited to see that episode. Also, I'm excited for like the second half of the series, or of the season, as a lot of people I'm sure are, if you've read the manga. We're going to get some villain backstories, some villain arc situation going on, and seeing a lot more of them, which is great because Shiggy and Toga and Twice and all them have super crazy backgrounds. But in this first half, we get to see Shinzo return. We get to see the kids going off against Class 1B again. They come back and, some growth's going on. Something's going on with Deku's powers. So it's just a lot of fun. Sounds like a really fun, good time. Can't wait to see what comes up. Moving on to... Let me get into the hang of this. We are going on to... And yeah, in the meantime, I'm setting things up. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments. What anime you've started watching already. I know a lot have come out. And there's just so much to see. Spring and summer are some of the most busy anime seasons like of the entire year. Actually, spring, summer, even in fall too. Like they're so busy, and it's kind of ridiculous. Okay, let's move on to Hetalia World Stars. Now, I don't know how many people know about Hetalia like nowadays. I grew up somehow finding Hetalia on the internet. I don't know how. I've watched all the seasons. I just realized today, after looking on Funimation, that there's like 6 seasons or 7 now. I think this is the 7th season. So it's kind of ridiculous, but it's just a funny, like, weird show. Basically, it's about characters. It's about these different countries that they've anthropomorphized into these adorable looking boys, and we get to see their random crazy lives, and it's just irreverent comedy. Doesn't make any sense, but it's just fun to watch. I don't know. Since they kind of focus on Italy, Germany, and Japan, a lot of people joked back in the day that it was like a history lesson or like a fun way to have a history lesson, even though none of the stuff really matched well with history that I was learning about, Japan, Germany, and Italy at the time that it was supposed to represent. So I don't know what this is one for you if you love haiku or if you love just action-y sports type stuff. Might want to give this one a try. Yeah, and if you have seen Burning Kabaddi and you've seen the first episode, let me know in the comments if, or in the chat and comments, whatever, if you liked it. If you enjoyed it and the pacing, or like what the sport is, or if you learn about the sport in the first episode, because I want to know, what is it really? All right. Hey, I'm not doing too bad. I'm proud of myself right now. Okay, cool. Next up is Combatants Will Be Dispatched. It came out on April 4th on Funimation. I watched literally the first 5 minutes of the show, like today. And it's definitely one of those shows where it's just like so irreverent and like comedy, etchy, all that crazy stuff. Um, yeah. Sorry, I wanted to make sure my stream was actually streaming. I don't know why I had that thought in my head for a second, but yeah, it's ridiculous. It definitely kind of reminds me of like, I haven't seen Konosuba, but it kind of reminds me of the energy of Konosuba. I've seen trailers and clips from Konosuba, so it reminds me of that. Also, panty and stocking a little bit. I think it's just because of this one scene with the characters that's going to show up on the screen. That one, yeah, that looks kind of like a Studio Trigger type vibe a little bit, but I don't think it's made by them. Anyway, it follows the story of Agent 6 and Alice. Alice is like an android made. They both work for this giant evil corporation that's controlling the entire world, and they had to go into space. And they tell that their Agent 6, and Alice to go into space and kind of inhabit this planet. And the planet ends up being like a magical kingdom type situation. So they technically go to another world, and I think someone said online that it's supposed to be like a representation of or a type of isekai, like pushing the boundaries of isekai. Like, what is isekai? Is it just going to another world? Is it being reincarnated? Things like that. So it looks ridiculous. From the first 5 minutes alone, it was ridiculous. I think that if you like just irreverent, random comedy with ecchi, and it's not for children, it will be mature. They talk about mature things, they have mature jokes. Then I think you will have a good time with this one. But yeah, that's on Funimation only. Moving on. Why do I switch screens? Okay. Oh, my next one, my favorite. My favorite is next. And this one I haven't seen the first episode of either because I want to watch it with a friend, but I know it's going to be so good. The first season was so good. So Megalobox, it's called Megalobox Nomad, which is actually Megalobox season 2. Came out April 4th, which was Sunday on Funimation. Unfortunately, it's only on Funimation, so that kind of sucks because the first season is on Netflix and Hulu, I think. But I think it's only on Funimation. It might be on Hulu. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'm excited to see continuation of the story with Gearless Joe. If you've seen the first season, then we got introduced to Gearless Joe, who was this guy who kind of had no name, so he gave himself a name, called him Joe. He went into the arena and fought in the Meglaobox tournament. He ended up, or I won't spoil it, but 7 years after that tournament is when this season takes place, and he has new struggles to face. He goes by a new name, which is Nomad, and he's kind of like going downhill from what happened in the season 1. And it's an interesting take because I love when characters are just like, I love when things are not happy. I like sadness. I don't know why I like so much sadness in my stories specifically. In stories in anime, it looks sad. It looks dark. Plus, Joe has a beard, which is like the number one reason I'm watching. I mean, what other reason is there to watch besides Joe's beard? But yeah, lots to see. Get to see some of the characters getting old. The kid in this, I forgot his name, but the kid is older. He's in this slideshow, and I'm excited. It's sports, it's drama, not as that high energy, I think, as like Burden Kabaddi or other sports anime, but more like drama and like kind of almost slice of life, but with a dystopian twist on it. Awesome. Oh, another favorite is coming up next. Boop. Okay. Now, this one I did watch the first episode of because I could not wait. Let me switch it. Because I love the show to pieces. Let me check chat as well. There's so many little things. Hello, Golden Gaming. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Oh, also Kit Burley. Sorry, let me read some some chats real quick. So Kit says, "It's such a wonderful guide. I had no idea where to start with this season until now." Ah, no problem. I hope that I don't ramble too much because I have a tendency to ramble a lot. But I hope that you enjoy and come back to this if you need to. Let's go on to my fave. If I can switch it. Okay, there we go. Okay, Moriarty the Patriot, Cour 2. So for the longest time, I thought this was a second season, but it's not. It's just the second half of the first season, so it's like a continuation. Think of like, Attack on Titan, basically, what they do every season. Which is fine by me. I mean, I don't mind. I just thought it was going to be a second season, but it's not. It's not. They're not really that different, though. Anyway, Moriarty the Patriot, if you have not heard of it, is a great anime. It came out when did it come? Winter? No. Fall of last year. Fall of 2020. And I just fell in love with it because I love mysteries. This is all about mysteries. Sherlock Holmes, if you like the Sherlock Holmes stories and you want a different twist on it and you're kind of tired of hearing the same story, this is a whole different side of Sherlock Holmes that I feel like doesn't get explored as often, but I'm not like a Sherlock Holmes like connoisseur or like fan or anything, so I'm not sure. But anyway, follows the Moriarty brothers who are kind of the adversaries of Sherlock Holmes. Um, William, yeah, William Moriarty, the middle brother, is like the smartest person ever, and seeing him and Sherlock Holmes go against each other and kind of like with their minds is fun. It's just a fun ride. I love the mysteries that they have to solve and all the things they have to figure out. Also, there's this whole like backstory of trying to dismantle the system of are they in Britain? I know nothing of Sherlock Holmes. I think it's Great Britain. They're trying to dismantle kind of like the monarchy and like classism and things between the people in the society in two different ways. So they kind of butt heads against that. But it's just awesome. Unfortunately, it's only on Funimation. I really, really wish it was dubbed because it would be so good dubbed. The sub is awesome as well because they switch into English sometimes and it's just perfect. But I think that a dub would be great of this, and I want more people to watch it so that I can get it. It can get a dub on Funimation. Anyway, please watch. That came out on April 4th, and let's move on to. Ooh, what number am I on? Boom. Okay. Oh yeah, this one. Okay. Odd Taxi. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for commenting and live chatting. Sorry if I don't get to them right away because I only have 2 screens and I will forget. But I will try to get to them in between talking about different shows. So I'm gonna look at it right after this one. Okay, so let's go on to Odd Taxi, which came out on April 5th, which was, what is today? That was Monday. Yeah, it was on Monday. It came out on Crunchyroll. It's a Crunchyroll, I think it's a Crunchyroll original. And yeah, we are back into the furries, not the furries specifically, but we're back into anthropomorphic animals. Like that is the thing these past few years. We had Beastars, we had BNA. I forgot to put this on repeat. We have, what's the other? Oh, we have a Gretzko. We have all those. This feels like a mixture of kind of all 3 of those because we have like the dark kind of mystery, kind of storytelling elements of like Beastar, but the cute art style of a Gretzko with the like Night City backdrop of BNA. And it feels like a good mix. I haven't watched the first episode of this one. I did want to see it just because I like this kind of wave of anthropomorphic animal like situations going on. Plus, I like the kind of darkness of it. It has to do with a taxi driver who drives people around and kind of learns their stories and their lives by driving them around. So we get to see how he interacts with people and the stories through his lens, which is pretty cool. I like anime like that, where we kind of get different stories every time and get to see a lot of different characters. But yeah, it just looks like a cool Crunchyroll original. I saw it saw Crunchyroll announce it at the Anime Awards at the beginning of the year. I mean, a few months ago, or a month ago. So time goes by so fast. But yeah, let me switch and check chat real quick. Again, sorry if I talk too much. Awesome. Okay, Golden Gaming said, yeah, awesome. Yay, I hope I can help. I'm glad I can help. Odd Taxi is pretty cool. Awesome. I'm looking forward to watching the first episode, so I hope it's all right. And you know, the great thing about these season premieres is that, let me switch real quick. You can just watch anything. You can just watch a bunch of like first episodes and see what you like and see what you don't like. That's like my favorite thing about it, at least. But yeah, let's go on to this one. You know, I think I messed up. I watched all the episodes of the returning anime when I should have watched the episodes of the new anime. But it's alright. I watched one at least new episode of a new anime. Okay. So this one is called Mars Red. It came out on April 5th, which is Monday, and it's only on Funimation again, of course, because Funimation has so much good kind of hidden stuff. And it's kind of annoying. I mean, like, just for accessibility purposes, it's a little annoying, but that's okay. That's fine. I have access to a Funimation account, so it's all right. I hope you do too. But Mars Red follows a group of, a government organized group of vampires who were created to fight against other vampires. So if you are into vampires, this may be for you. Also, the style reminds me of Mappa, but I don't remember if Mappa is animating this one. It kind of looks similar to it, but because of the CGI aspect and stuff, but I don't know. Anyway, it looks really cool. It takes place in 1923. You know, so we got old kind of steel mixed with vampires, mixed with whatever dark craziness is about to happen. Yeah, I honestly don't have much to say about this one because I meant to watch it and I didn't. But if it sounds good to you, you like vampires and pretty men, I guess, because they're fairly pretty. Give this one a try. Okay, let's go on into another favorite, my all-time favorite. I want it to be everyone's all-time favorite because it is a great show. Oh, did I play? Okay, I did play it. Okay, it is Fruits Basket, the final season, aka season 3, aka, you know, tears upon tears upon tears upon tears, because it's just going to melt your heart. I know already. I haven't read the manga, so I don't know how it ends, unlike most Fruits Basket fans, but I know it's gonna be good. There's just so much good content that could happen, and I'm so excited. Anyway, it came out on April 5th. Actually, on Funimation, it came out like the end of March. The first episode came out in the English dub, and I watched it because, you know, I couldn't wait. It was fantastic. We get to see more about what happened we get a continuation of what happened at the end of at the end of season 2. So, you know, when Tori was talking to Kureno and learning about the history of the curse and things like that. So, yes, it's going to be great. That episode was awesome. I can't wait for the other episodes to come out. It's coming out on Crunchyroll and Funimation. And thank goodness, you know, there's multiple options, multiple ways to get it. I can't wait for all the ships. I can't wait for all of the people to fall in love with each other. The, craziness of Akito's backstory. Just, I'm ready for tears. I'm gonna have a tissue box handy every single week, and I think it's gonna come out every Monday, like it has previously. So I don't want it to end, but I think it'll be all right. Checking chat. Okay. Cool. Kit says, yeah, it does look interesting. Yeah, if you're talking about Mars Red, then yeah, I think it's a MAPPA for sure. I think it's MAPPA produced, probably. They only produce 8 to 10 anime a year because they're crazy. But yeah, yes, Fruits Basket, Golden Gaming, and Yasmin. Yeah, I did watch Dr. Stone. I did not finish the last 2 episodes, but I've read the manga, so I know exactly what happens. And I'm pretty much enjoying it so far. I think it's fun. Dr. Stone's fun because it's different in its own way with the science and everything, but I think there are certain parts that it can get stale, and I hope that they don't get to that in the anime. I think so far they've kept the pacing pretty well. It's funny and it's just a good time, and I wanted to see it that way. But yeah, let's move on from the tears out of Fruits Basket. Yeah, feel free to drop your favorite, which animes you are kind of looking towards in the chat so we can talk about it. Let me move on to, I will find a better system for this, I swear. Okay, this one I did watch, and it was pretty decent, actually. Put it on repeat. Okay. Joran, I hope I say her name right. Joran, Princess of Snow and Blood, came out on April 6th, which was yesterday, on Crunchyroll. I think it's a Crunchyroll original as well, like Odd Taxi. But this one's super interesting because it's a revenge story, and I love revenge stories. Again, I love dark, crazy stuff. I love, as you can see, some of my favorites were Moriarty and Fruits Basket, tears and death and sadness. There's no in between. So Joran, Princess of Snow and Blood started off pretty interesting. There's actually 2 episodes available on Crunchyroll, even though it just came out, I think, yesterday. So it's a pretty good ride. It's a historical revenge story, basically, following this woman who lost. This is part of the synopsis. It's not a spoiler. To this one organization, and her family had a specific bloodline that lets her have a superpower, which I won't reveal. You're gonna see it. So she has this kind of superpower. She's working with this organization who they have a weird relationship. The organization doesn't like her, but she's working with them to get close to the other members so she can figure out what happened to her family and plot revenge on them. So it's cool. The pacing's a little weird, but I like the characters and I like where it's going, and I think it has a lot of potential, and I hope people don't dismiss it because it's a Crunchyroll original. They sometimes put out some good hidden gems in the in the cut, not releasing them or giving them a lot of hype, which is fine. But this one is pretty cool. I like the story with the girl too, the little girl that's in this. The relationship between the little girl and the main character is pretty interesting. Yeah. Switch again. Let me check chat. Awesome. Yes. Okay, good. Black Clover, I haven't watched Black Clover yet. I've watched 25 episodes of Black Clover, and then I stopped because I don't know. I'm not super into magical things, magical worlds and things like that. So I'm hoping to get back into it, but I don't know. My watch list is insane. Yes, let me know if you like Joran. Joran is pretty cool. I like the art style as well. It's really pretty. It's this inky kind of wash, kind of set in the past kind of style. Plus her powers are pretty cool. Okay, Yasmin asked if I had anything else to add for the Attack on Titan symbolism. I have another video that I was going to put out, but I had some technical issues and I couldn't put it out this past week. So it's gonna come out this Saturday though. So look forward to that. Um, and it's specifically about the final season. So make sure. So this Saturday I'm going to put out that video with more symbolism from the final season of Attack on Titan. So please watch. I have more. I love dissecting Attack on Titan symbols and references and stuff because there's so much content. All right, moving on to thanks for the question, Yasmin. Okay, moving on to this one. Way of the Househusband. This one's going to be hilarious. I can already tell. So Way of the Househusband is coming on April 8th on Netflix. From what I've read online, even though it's coming on Netflix, it is going to be like it's going to be released worldwide on Netflix. Unlike some other anime that were supposed to come out this season, but they don't have a worldwide release yet. This one is actually coming out, like for sure. According to sources that I've read online, that seem legit. So let's hope so. This is based off a manga that's really, really popular. It basically follows a ex-Yakuza member. If you don't know, the Yakuza is basically the main like mafia of Japan. They're really powerful and super scary. And yeah, so they take this ex-Yakuza member and he becomes a house husband, which basically means he just stays at home and does like random, house chores for his wife while she's gone at work. And I've heard nothing but good things about the manga, so I'm looking forward to the anime. I've heard concerns that the animation style is weird because I think the studio who animated it is the same studio who did Backstreet Girls, Goku Dolls. I forgot what it's called. It's a Netflix original as well. I haven't watched it, but I've seen the animation, and it is a little weird. But I think it's okay because it's a comedy. It's supposed to be lighthearted and funny, and I hope that the people who worked on Psyche K kind of work on it because Psyche K is hilarious. It's one of my favorite comedy anime on Netflix specifically. So yeah, it looks like a good time. I can't wait to watch it. I want to see all the shenanigans take place, and yeah, I hope you do too. If you've read Househusband, let me know if you liked it in the comments or in the chat, or if you're just looking forward to it. Boop, boop. Moving on to, hey, I'm doing all right. Okay. This is another one I don't know too much about, but I know everyone's looking forward, or not everyone, but I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, so I did want to bring it up. It is Zombieland Saga. Forgot to put on repeat. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, Zombieland Saga Revenge. So this is the second season of Zombieland Saga. It comes out April 8th on Crunchyroll. I think the first season is on Crunchyroll. I know literally 3 things about this anime. One is that it is about zombie idol girls. 2, there's this crazy guy. I don't know who he is, but everyone talks about him. I think he's like their manager or something. He's like really extra, and people are always talking about him and make memes about him. And 3 is the truck coon, like the scene where the girl gets hit by the truck. That's all I know about this anime. Other than that, I'm sure that it's a good time if a lot of people have watched it and are enjoying it, and are probably looking forward to this new season. I think it's been 2 or 3 years since the original one came out, so it's been a minute. I'm sure the fans are loving it. So good for you guys. Don't get hit by trucks as soon as you walk out of your house. Let's move on. This one's also pretty fun. I'm gonna switch real quick and then I'm gonna check chat. Put this on repeat. Okay. Sorry if I'm slow on the chat too. Okay. Golden Gaming said, do you like AOT or Attack on Titan? Or Attack on Titan? Yes. Attack on Titan is great. One of my favorites. One of my top 10s for sure. As I'm sure most people would agree. So Sister Punk, hey Sister Punk. She says, can't wait for this anime. Oh yes. Oh, I think you're talking about Househusband. Yes. Community Husbando. Yes. I know. He is also very good looking. Um, but also I just can't wait for the comedy. Like I want to laugh. I want to show that makes me laugh. And I feel like it's gonna get it. Um, the good reviews for Househusband were on the manga. I don't know about the anime yet. We're yet to see if they're gonna be good. Um, yes, there's gonna be great reaction images from this anime. um, I can't wait. Yes, and tomorrow for Zombieland. Yeah, I can't wait. I will watch some. Reconnect. Dun dun dun. Okay, I think my stream reconnected. Cool. Disconnected for a second. Sorry for kicking everyone out. Yeah, so World Ends With You, April 9th, basically follows this boy who gets transferred to Shibuya all of a sudden, and he has a black pen in his hand that allows him to read other people's minds, and he has to use it to play in this game. So it looks like a fun time. I'm like, it seems kind of like an isekai, like, you know, boy is thrown into this random world where he has to suddenly start fighting things, but I'm interested to see how they make this game an anime, and game to anime translations are always a little funky, so hopefully it'll be all right. And I hope that people who have played this game are looking forward to the anime. Yeah, let's go on. Hopefully my stream reconnected. I'm not talking to no one. Okay, cool. I think it did. Oh wait, no, did it? Ah, there's so much buffering. Okay. Womp. Okay, well, I may buffer a little, but I want to just apologize to everyone in the chat. I'm going to continue. Sorry for the buffering, guys. Hopefully the playback is really smooth. Let's go on to... And I'm almost done, so let's just keep it going, I suppose. Okay, time for yet another isekai. I've been killing slimes for 300 years, and I've maxed out my level. You know, back at it again with the long titles and the isekai, and you know, there's just so much information. Why couldn't it just be called I kill slimes? I don't know. Which who kills slimes? We'll never know. Anyway, it'll come out on April 10th, which is this weekend. It will premiere on Crunchyroll. It's a comedy isekai, and it's basically about this overworked salary woman who gets reincarnated into this magical kingdom. And since she was overworked in her previous life, she decides to take it easy in this life. So she just casually just kills slimes as she goes along in life. And then 300 years later, all of a sudden, she's maxed out her level. And she worries that, you know, people are going to start coming to her to ask her to do work because she is at the maximum level of witches in the world. And I feel like that thing that she's worried about happens. So she has to figure out how to, or, you know, try to probably run away from the responsibilities of being overworked again. So it looks fun. It's really cute art style. I like all of like the girls' character designs. I like that it's a bunch of girls in the isekai. And it looks adorable. I really want to watch it. The last isekai I watched was My Next Life as a Villainess, and I really enjoyed that one. And I haven't been in isekai like a lot since Sword Art Online scarred me. So kind of slowly coming back to it with series like this. I also watched, what was the other anime? Demon King Academy, or was it Demon King Academy? Yeah, Misfit of Demon King Academy. I watched that one too. That was also a really good one. Anyway, if you're looking forward to this one, let me know. Boom. Oh, oops, I didn't click it. Boop. Okay. This one also looks really interesting. Let me check chat and see if anyone returned, or if you guys can return. Oh, okay. I was still continuing, but my live shut off, but that's okay. I'm going to continue and just finish. As long as it's back on. Hopefully. Let's go to... Okay. Okay, Shadow House comes out April 10th on Funimation. It's a supernatural mystery, and it looks super cool. It's basically follows this shadow family. So it's a family literally made of shadows, like shadow people. They don't have faces or like, identifying features. And they are living in this beautiful Victorian mansion in like somewhere far away. And they have a bunch of living and act as them in order to interact with the public world. So it looks dark, it looks fun, but also just like really cute. The main character is adorable. I'm interested to see like what mystery lies with like the shadows and like the shadow family and what's gonna happen. Okay. Let me make sure. Yeah, I went off and then came back on. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna finish these two and hope that it makes it onto the recording of this. So, yeah, I couldn't talk about this season without mentioning Tokyo Revengers. Comes out April 10th this weekend. I'm so excited. Crunchyroll has this one. They have the bag. So it should be more accessible, but I cannot wait. I heard nothing but good things about the manga for this, and it just looks awesome. Looks kind of sad, and also just looks like a coming of age story. It looks brutal, it looks violent, all kinds of fun. Basically, it follows a man who finds out that his ex-girlfriend was murdered by this gang, and he finds out his ex-girlfriend was murdered by a gang, and he ends up being sent back in the past and like given a second chance in order to kind of like save her. So he goes and joins the gang and tries to like reinvent it from the inside so that he can prevent his girlfriend at the time from dying. Basically like rewriting the future. So it's like a supernatural slice of life drama situation. It looks cool because of the gang members. It looks cool because of just this kid trying to rewrite history. I like the love story aspect. I am a huge romantic, so yeah, looks like a good time. I cannot wait. I know a lot of people are looking for this one. Okay, and the last one that I'm going to talk about is switch it. Okay. To Your Eternity. To Your Eternity, which is another Crunchyroll original. They have a good amount this season actually. But it looks like just a really awesome good time. Comes out April 12th. It's about a struggling boy who meets a wolf and through the Arctic tundra to find a different life, I think. And it looks so I feel like it's gonna have a sad ending. Like I feel like something bad's gonna happen at the end, but it just looks so wholesome and like just a good ride, just calm, kind of adventure with this kid, going on this journey with a wolf. What more do you need? It kind of reminds me a little bit of Somali and the Forest Spirit, which is another Crunchyroll original that came out last year that I really, really liked, about a little girl and this like forest guardian thing that protected her, and she was like the last human on Earth, and they went on this journey together. And I feel like that kind of same connection with this anime as well. So it looks awesome. I can't wait to watch it. I quickly want to talk about, before I get off, the Shaman King reboot. Oops. Oh, that's too small. Okay. And you still can't see it. I'll just turn it off. Okay. Switch. I want to talk about the Shaman King reboot. It was supposed to come on. It's technically out on Netflix in Japan, and it's not out worldwide yet, and there's no worldwide release yet. So if you see it a lot and you don't know where to find it, it's because it's not out worldwide. It's not on Netflix yet, but it will be at some point this year, hopefully. Just like Beastars and all the other ones that we are waiting for that are in Netflix jail as usual. Another one that's also in Netflix jail is Eden Zero for fans of Fairy Tail. You've probably heard or read Eden Zero. It is the other work by the same creator. I think it's similar. I think it's a similar world too, but I'm not a huge Fairy Tail fan, so I don't know all the details. But yeah, that came out on April 10th, technically,